I am going to go with another one that I think is like a shift, but also just kind of like undeniable. And I figured one of us was going to do it, and I think it has to happen this year. And that is the prototype, John Cena,
Wow.
debuting against Kurt Angle. I think I like this one the most because, or not the most. The most would be my number one, but
Okay.
this one I think is another like. Was the debut especially impressive? Not necessarily. I think the talent is obvious there. He looks great, all that good stuff. He's wearing his little like short tights. It's just to show that like, oh, he is a blank slate
Yeah.
at that point. There's just nothing
Literally.
going on. Yes, and then he gets molded into one of the like most successful wrestlers in history. And I think that is really fascinating. We've seen it like a similar thing happen with Roman Reigns in the last like 10 or so years where you see, or no, God, last 15 years, where you see like his earlier days and it's just very generic kind of stuff. And they kind of build around him in a way that feels organic. With Cena, there's the whole Stephanie McMahon heard him rapping backstage, and she just said like a lot of the credit goes to her.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a fascinating look at somebody like that, to look at where he was, even with the crew cut, everything, and to see them be like, that's our guy, and we're gonna strap a rocket to and do X, Y, and Z, and then he becomes a mega star. Like
Mhm.
even if you look at the early days of like Hulk Hogan or somebody like that, you can see some elements of who he is. John Cena is almost like unrecognizable in
Yeah.
those early in that first match. It's really crazy. So John Cena prototype, Kurt Angle, SmackDown, whatever year it was. That's
Fantastic
my number
choice,
two.
man. And that goes to show, like, there's these moments where I see these wrestlers debut, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, there's nothing there. What is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? What did they see in them? And then, like you said, 10, 15 years down the line, and they're a freaking superstar inside and outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it really goes to show, like, it takes time to build a WWE
Right.
superstar.
Yep.
You can force it down our throats. That works too. But at the same time, it can happen two ways, organically, or it can happen from within. And with
Mm-hmm.
someone like Cena, like you said, complete blank slate, literally called the prototype.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at where we are today. It's
Yep.
incredible. What a good choice. I love that. I love that.